Yo, what up, fags? Welcome back to another part of What If Naruto had a Red Lantern Ring. Basically, we're back for another part. And I'm actually joined by a guest. Say hi, Naruto Uchiha 12. Well, it's the first time you're on
Hey,
the
it's me, Goku!
Sure it is. So, with that being said, let's just get into the what if. I'll allow you to start Naruto Uchiha 12, considering you have no idea what you're supposed to be talking about right now, considering I didn't brief you on exactly what we're going to be doing.
Oh, yeah. So, basically, I watched the video back, what if Sensei. I watched what you did, and, basically from what happened was, Naruto was so fucking, taken over by the rage shit. He was like, oh shit, rage fucking ring, put that shit on, slipped it on, obtained the fucking Red Lantern fucking powers, and he ended up slaughtering 4 Jonin. He was like, oh shit, these faggots are not gonna get away this time, since the fact is, they were just taking advantage of the fact I couldn't kill them, since I was already hated by the village. Bada bing, bada boom, that's where we left it off on.
So, Naruto's gonna obviously graduate from the academy. He's gonna be placed on the same team as fucking Sakura and Sasuke, just because, I can make it be like that, because fuck all you fags. So he's going to graduate with their team. He's going to go up against Kakashi in the bell test. Obviously, with this happening, Naruto's going to use the Red Lantern Ring and its rage to his advantage. Something pops into his mind. Gets the idea. What if he spoils the book that Kakashi is reading, which just happens to be Miko Tactics, something that Naruto's actually read in the past? Obviously, Naruto's like, so Kakashi, you wanna hear something pretty interesting about that book, about 100 pages from where you are currently? Kakashi looks up. Naruto can see that glare in Kakashi's eyes. He starts to get angry at Naruto. Naruto smiles a little bit as he pries even deeper. You'll never actually believe what happens at the ending of the book. It's quite a climax, I guess you could say. Kakashi's rage starts to get even more intense. Naruto uses this to his advantage, as he uses this rage and his power to take over Kakashi's mind. He orders Kakashi, rampage. As this happens, Kakashi darts off in the direction towards Sakura, taking her head off with a single kick as she falls to the floor, limp. He turns and faces towards Sasuke, but Naruto realizes he needs a witness in order to gain the trust of his fellow villagers. So he stops Kakashi, sending him flying, kicking him all the way back down towards the village. With this happening, he realizes that he probably needs to do something about that. So, jumping, he makes it all the way over to the village. Using his Red Lantern Ring, he summons a massive hammer, and he swings it down towards Kakashi, turning him into a bloody paste.
Now that Naruto has basically become a god in his own mind with this newfound power, and he controlled and was able to bend Kakashi to his will, he decides, hey, why the fuck don't I just randomly, show the villagers what happened? So he goes, and of course he had around 2 people watching, because usually there's going to be people watching such an incident like the bell test. And it's like, those average little neighborhood kids, like, oh shit, let me fucking go and watch this shit. Like, damn, this dude's about to get his ass beat. They expected Naruto to get his ass beat, but nah, they were mistaken. They saw someone get slaughtered. Sakura. Now, of course, the body's reported of Sakura, basically a whole fucking funeral's held. Everyone hails fucking Naruto as a hero. They're like, oh my god, you saved the prodigy Sasuke. He's like, yeah, that's me. I'm Naruto the hero. As he's walking around, he's just thinking, these fucking fools. I'll rip them apart, and I'll cause them pain. But now that I've gained their trust, I can use them as I please. They're my political pawns in a way. Soon they'll feel some immense amount of pain. As he continues on.
So obviously, next Naruto would be going to Hiruzen because he's wondering exactly who's going to become the captain of the team. With this happening, obviously he'd be like, Hiruzen, who's going to be my new captain? Hiruzen looks at Naruto. Naruto can see that light of thinking inside of Hiruzen's eye as he tells Naruto, I'm going to be upgrading you, I guess you could say, Naruto. You're going to become a Jonin, along with the squad captain of your team, which, as for now, just consists of you and Sasuke, so I'll be allowing you to pick one more person to add to that team, of your choice, as long as it's not a squad captain. Naruto thinks about it for a moment, thinking about somebody who would be hot, not really too annoying, and kind of weak at the same time. Not really wanting to have to do anything with them. That person comes to his mind. Tenten. That'd be pretty hot if she put her hair down, so he decides that that's exactly who he's going to pick. Then asks Hiruzen, what exactly is this next mission going to be? Because he doesn't want to do any of these D-rank trash missions. Hiruzen tells Naruto, it's like, yeah, whatever. I'll give you a mission to guide this bridge builder. How about that? Naruto's like, okay, works for me. They'd have to start this mission the next day, and it would go pretty smoothly. Demon Brothers would attack, Naruto would dispatch at them pretty easily. Not really wanting to test his two teammates, he just kills them immediately. He'd move on. Zabuza would end up attacking. Naruto would block his sword with his hand, catching it in the mid-air, before summoning something like a sword with his red lantern ring, taking Zabuza out with a single slash of it. Haku, seething with rage, would come charging in. Naruto would kill him as well. Haku falls to the ground dead, so they continue over towards where the bridge would be. They end up building the bridge, with really no more difficulty at all, unless the gang leader would show up, which Naruto would dispatch of as well. He'd return back to the village, basically to see what they exactly want to do next.
Naruto has returned to the village along with the rest of his team. He's like, fuck it, dude. I've got to go to this meeting that they fucking asked me to. So he walks into the third Hokage's office. The rest of the captains eyeing him. They're like, fuck, dude. Someone this young already getting it? Him of all people, they're thinking? Naruto just kind of glares at them, giving a little smirk. He's like, these little bitches are just jealous of my fucking awesomeness. As he walks in, basically, he's given and told the information about the tuning exams. And he asks blatantly, he's like, oh shit, I'm a Jonin, why the fuck would I partake in the tuning exams? And he's like, well, Naruto, you see, your team is understaffed, so therefore we are going to have to ask you to partake in such an individual exercise all the way up until the very end fighting portion. Okay, that's fine by me, Naruto agrees. Basically, fucking goes in, he flings in. He tells his teammates, say, Sasuke, 10-10, you're just gonna fucking be useless, I'll carry this shit. And Sasuke's like, what the fuck you just said? And he's like, dude, I saved your ass earlier on. You wanna get fucking killed? Because I can kill you if you want. He's like, oh shit, my bad, bro. Leads into them going into the, fucking beginning, writing portion of the test. He, doesn't know what the fuck's going on at all. He didn't study earlier on. He was just too fucking busy. So he's like, fuck this shit. And he basically just sat there and listened as everyone was just writing with the pencils furiously. And moved on to the second portion where basically Orochimaru would attack in the forest. He handles this pretty, basic. He hears the bloodlust or feels the bloodlust coming on, and bloodlust relates to rage in a way. So he absorbs the bloodlust and uses it to his own advantage, putting up a force field surrounding Sasuke as Orochimaru goes for it. Then he notices Naruto. He's like, oh shit, I gotta take care of Naruto. Naruto dodges, grabs Orochimaru by his fucking neck, and he just breaks it. Orochimaru begins to regurgitate himself, but Naruto just simply incinerates his entire thing, pulling out a flamethrower with his ring. And then he turns into what seems to be some sort of gun thing. He doesn't know how he could fucking do it. It's like a machine gun, but for some reason he just knows how to do it. And these bullets are just displaying, leaving Orochimaru dead. That's basically that, and then goes into the third part, where it's fighting. Naruto can't partake in such a thing usually, but third Hokage was like, shit, dude, we need to fucking impress the other people. Naruto, you're no longer a Jonin anymore. We want to make you a Genin again. Naruto's like, what the fuck, dude? So what, I'm a Genin leading an entire fucking squad? He's like, yeah, that's what's gonna be happening until you graduate this. He's like, fucking fine, whatever. So he goes in, he starts fighting. He ends up beating Kiba's ass real easy. Basically tortures him in a way. Everyone's looking, they're like, what the fuck? And this is the savior? He's basically, Kiba's now paralyzed. He made it so he broke his spine. Rip Kiba, 2020. Leads on to fucking Naruto stabbing a few other people. He's like, basically, he just ends up killing Neji entirely. It was an accident. He didn't mean to. He was just like, fuck, dude, you're kind of weak. He ended up, just accidentally putting up a force field, and then when he popped out like a spear on accident, it went straight through his heart. He's like, fuck, dude, I meant to go for your bladder, but whatever. And that's the end of the tuning exams.
So basically, Naruto pretty easily dispatches everybody in the tuning exams, and he ends up winning it. Obviously, he dispatched of Gaara once he got to his enraged form, killing them almost immediately. But then, as he saw Shukaku's little essence or chakra began to fizzle away, he realized he needed to do something about that. He didn't want something like that just going away, as he formed this massive kennel around Shukaku. So Shukaku would obviously try to escape from this. He wouldn't be able to because of the massive amount of strength of the material that Naruto used to actually, make the kennel itself out of. So Naruto making this absolutely massive kennel, obviously, he would just continue on with his life. He'd be appointed back to the Jonin class that he used to have after heroes and, appointed him back to that after the entire, incident, I guess you could say, at the academy. And life would move on normally. And Shippuden would actually end up happening. Naruto would be not even really training, to be honest. He doesn't really need to. But years would pass by. And obviously, Sasuke doesn't leave the village. Orochimaru's already dead. They don't have to go get Tsunade. Nothing of that actually happens. It's not necessary. So, the first arc of Shippuden, that doesn't happen. Gaara's fucking dead. Shikaku's in the Leaf Village at this point inside a fucking kennel. None of that actually happens. They try to go there, Naruto just fucking butt fuck him. He'd be like, fuck you guys, you don't need to exist right now. And he kills them almost immediately. So, most of the arcs of Shippuden wouldn't really happen. Tenkaichi Bridge, fuck that shit. Orochimaru's already dead. Sasuke's never there. They don't have that motivation in the first place. So, none of that really happened. So, the first arc that would actually, you could kind of see it happening, would be the Pain Invasion. Except it would probably consist of more Akatsuki members than just Pain because of the fact that they had two-tailed beasts there. The Nine-Tails and the One-Tails, Shikaku. So obviously, Pain shows up along with some other random person, and they start attacking. Naruto's just like, you know what? Fuck this. He destroys all 6 paths of Pain with a single swipe of a massive sword, killing them all almost immediately. And sensing the rage that was coming out of Nagato, Naruto goes over there and he's like, this is a suspicious looking tree, as he makes a massive hammer and it slams down, killing Konan and Nagato in the process, pretty easily as a matter of fact. That happening, Naruto would return back to the Leaf Village, where he saw Kakazu and Hidan, and he's just like, well, gotta kill them too. He ends up killing Kakazu, destroying all the number of his hearts, however the fuck many he actually had, in a single blow, before Naruto walks up to Hidan, and he's just like, you seem to be a little bit different from the year the one. He makes a sword, chops off Hidan's head, and then he just buries his body. He's like, fuck you. He takes his head, and he's just like, I'll just bury this in a, different place. With that happening, obviously Hidan would die of starvation sometime later. Kakazu and Pain would both be dead at this point, and 5 Kage Summit would be held because of the fact that some of the tailed beasts were being attempted to be stolen. So obviously, this 5 Kage Summit would actually end up happening. They'd be like, so, what are we gonna do about this? Naruto shows up. He's just like, well, you guys don't gotta do nothing. I'll do it myself. 5 Kage would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean you're gonna do it yourself? You ain't strong enough. Who do you think you are, kid? Naruto's like, I'm going to be demanding a little bit more respect from you guys. I'm just saying, like, I'm kind of your superior right now. And they're like, wait, what? What do you mean you're my superior? Naruto's like, well, you see, I am a god.
Now that Naruto's basically fucking said he's a god, he's just looking at these faggots. He's like, I want respect, exactly like I said earlier. And he grabs one of the fucking Okage, or pardon me, one of the Kage. Basically, since Gaara's not there, there's ability would fall back onto what would be his brother. His brother being, the fucking puppet dude. No one fucking cares about his name, so that's why I'm not gonna say it. He grabs him by his throat. He holds him up. He's like, "Yeah, faggot. If you could break out of this hold right now, then you can actually, then you put me in my place." He tries doing it, but suddenly he's already pierced by some fucking spears because he kills them. Then he kills all the Kage because why the fuck not? He doesn't like them. He basically just slaughters them for no reason. He just really didn't like them. And he proceeds to go and find Obito, because Obito, he popped up. He's like, oh shit, wait, what the fuck? Why is everyone dead? He's like, I was gonna make an all-out war against it. And Naruto's like, aha, you thought you could fucking do an all-out war against them? Bitch, they're my bitches, dude. You're going against me, faggot. He's like, okay, aren't you the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki? He's like, damn straight. I'm about to whoop your ass, though. He's like, whatever. He's like, meet me in the battlefield. He's like, we can settle it here. He's like, no, man, I need to meet you on the battlefield. It's like, fuck it, alright. And then he brings a gift for Pain, because he killed both of them. He's like, hey, buddy, I think you want these Rinnegan, don't you? He's like, yes, man, how'd you fucking know? He's like, here. And pardon me, not Pain, Obito. He just throws them, and he's like, oh, shit. He takes the fucking things, puts it in. He's like, alright, now let's fucking fight. And suddenly he's taken off guard when he goes to try to attack him, and all that shit. And he just puts up a force field. He can't even phase through it. As he get through the force field of Naruto, Naruto simply dodges every single attack outside of his, range of the force field. He runs in, fucking slices upward, killing Obito, bada bing, bada boom. He obliterates everything. Madara would have gotten revived by Kabuto, because Kabuto was alive. So he's like, bada bing, bada boom, here comes Madara, and Madara's like, the great shinobi war. I see. It's not what I expected. I was expecting a little more violence. Then he sees Naruto over here slashing motherfuckers down. He's like, wait, where's Obito? And then he sees Obito's dead body. He's like, fucking A, bro. What the fucking useless cunt. Can't even fucking stop dying, you piece of shit. How am I supposed to be reincarnated now without the fucking Rena rebirth? Naruto's like, oh shit, I got you, bro. He takes it and he fucking, boom, he uses it. But since he's like so fucking immensely godly, he just brings him back. And then Madara's like, oh shit, what the fuck? And now what, you want to fight me? He's like, yes sir. So then, Madara basically takes advantage of all the Ingaku and, or whatever the fucking faggot's names are. He takes all the fucking tailed beasts that he does have a portion of, including the One-Tail's portion. And it's not as powerful as in canon, but he's able to be pretty fucking strong. Tries going against Naruto, and Naruto's like, bam, force field, bitch. It gets broken. He's like, oh shit, pretty impressive. He's like, oh yeah? Go against 2 force fields. And suddenly he's like, what the fuck? And he can't break through it. Then he's like, Naruto's like, man, you're kind of boring. I got something that'll help you out. He's like, do you feel my rage? And he suddenly is like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, exactly. And suddenly something grabs his, like, Madara's legs, pulling him underneath the ground, and the fucking Naruto comes over and starts curb stamping his fucking head. His teeth are just breaking out. He's like, fuck you, faggot, and kicks him more, and kicks him again, and then he breaks his neck, and then he brings him, like, back again, because, his fucking rage power is just like, bada bing, bada boom. He pours so much rage overtaking his body that it heals him. He's like, bada bing, bada boom, bam, and then he kills him again, and then he kills him again, and then he kills him again, over and over, and he's like, fucking it, you're boring. And then he goes and kills everyone else. He's like, fuck this life. And the only person that is left is basically him and Tenten and, like, others that he chose or, like, are weak enough that they won't do shit to him. And, like, Sasuke's allowed to live because, I don't know, he just let Sasuke live so he can fucking fight against, fucking his brother, because he was like, hey, fuck it, why not? So he just fucks Tenten, because why not? He was like, hey, I'm horny. And that was it. And that's basically the end of the way. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Go check out fucking, Faggot's channel, Naruto 12's channel.
Yeah,
That's
make sure to check out my channel. Like
Yeah,
and subscribe.
he said.
We're gonna both be under your bed.
Yeah.
Goodbye.